Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I am going to deliver here lecture about emails. First of all, we must know what email is. It is messages distributed by electronic means from one computer user to one or more recipients via a network. We all use mobile phones or laptops to send a message to our friends or relatives or some formal or informal messages through mail, or we can say the system of sending messages by electronic meaning. We have two types of mails. One is formal and second one is informal. Formal mails we have. Informal mails, if we are aware, if informal mails, if we want to be polite and we don't know the person whom we are going to send a message, or we don't know the reader very well, at the time we use formal language. In formal language, it depends upon the person, upon the individual, upon the relationship between the sender and the receiver. It depends on that. We can write either semi-formal or we can write formal, depending on the individual relationship and what the message contains. It's also common for normal business letters to be sent. Before going to informal, I forgot one thing to tell. It is emails, faxes, and memos. They can be similar in style. Memos and emails between colleagues can be informal, but business faxes and emails, etc., may be formal. When informal, what informal means? Informal, it's a compound word. If we want to be friendly with someone, or we are friendly with the person whom we are going to send a mail, or we know him very well, at that time we use informal language. It is also common for normal business letters to be sent. We write emails for different purposes. While writing emails to our friends or our family members, we can follow informal style. While we are going to send a mail, a formal mail, it has many rules. We have to follow these certain rules. If we are writing to our principal or a librarian, or to get a membership, or we seek permission from a higher authority, we use formal style. The points that we should keep in mind while writing a formal mail are as follows. I'll write on the board and will discuss with you. Some basic rules for writing emails. Before going to write an email, we must know the rules. Email maybe it may be short, it may be long. We write it in different ways. So, rule number one, we need not write. When we write letters, we write dear sir, respected sir, venerable sir, dear sir, or dear ma'am. But in emails, we need not write dear sir or dear ma'am. We have to write directly. For example, if we are going to write to our friend, if his name is Tariq, hi Tariq, we have to write directly, hi Tariq, hi Tahira, hi Zuhur. Okay? In email, we don't write dear sir or ma'am. We just write the name of the person whom we are writing an email. Number two is use a subject of main purpose. After writing dear sir, dear ma'am, we have to, just like in our letters, when we write an application, we write a subject that contains the main purpose of our writing. So in same is the way in a mail, we use a subject of main purpose. Number three is we introduce ourselves in the first sentence of for example, we write I will be there. So if we are feeling sorry for something, we write sorry I will be there, or sorry I am late. So just like this we have to write. We introduce ourselves in the first line of email. When we write its body, in the body, yeah, in first sentence of the body, we need to introduce ourselves in the first sentence. Another rule for email writing is state the purpose of the mail. What is purpose of the mail? As an introduction. It must be an introduction in first. We must introduce our purpose. For what purpose we are writing this mail? It should be in first sentence. It should be in first paragraph of email. Next one is explain our purpose in the next paragraph. Next is most important thing to remember while writing mails is use simple sentence. We should not write complicated or lengthy sentence. We should write brief and simple sentence that should be very easy understandable and should be easily readable. It should be of a small sentence, should be of small size. They should be simple and small. Next one, remember to separate the text in paragraphs. If we are going to write a long mail, it should be separated in paragraphs. We should remember this, that we have to separate the text in paragraphs. Another one is don't use capital letters unless necessary. While writing email, it is considered as shouting. Using capital letters in an email, they are considered as shouting. It is just like if we are shouting at someone. If we use unnecessarily capital letters in an email, it is considered as shouting. Just like someone shouts and abuses someone, it contains same feeling like in email writing. And next one is don't use similes. And last one, keep email short and to the point. We should write it precise. We should keep it to the point. We should not exaggerate it. We should use short and we should use simple sentence in email writing. But what we need, the most important thing, we need address. When we write a letter to our friend and post it, it is only possible if we know the address of our friend. And when we receive a letter by post, If our address is written on that envelope in which the letter is covered, it reaches us only if there is correct address. Same is the case here. While writing email, we need address of sender as well as receiver. It is, but we cannot send email by post. We cannot write it on paper. We can write it on an electronic device, just like we can send it by our cell phones, laptops, computers, etc. We need address. What address is? We should have a Google account, or we can say mailing account. Account is created in the device that we have, just like, for example, Tariq at the rate of gmail.com, or here we can write anything, any name, but we must know we have different these websites like Gmail, like Yahoo, like Twitter, that we can tweet, we can send our these messages. So we must have a mailing account, just like Tariq at the rate of gmail.com. If Tariq is the sender, Tariq is, he must know the address of the receiver. For example, he is going to write to his friend. If his friend's name is something, it is not necessary that here should be a name, proper name of the person. We can use any alphabet here, but this should be, for example, at the rate of yahoo.com or gmail.com, whatever he has, whatever account he is using. It is not necessary, but it should be a perfect. A sender should have a valid account and receiver also should have a valid account. How to write? Let me explain. Let me quote here. Let me use here image, or the way, the style, how to use, how to write an email. Format of email writing. And after this body, first of all, address of sender, address of receiver. Address of receiver, for example, I am going to write a mail. Someone has asked me to send books. They were not available at stock. Now books are available at my stock. Now how to write this email? To, for example, it is Zahur 123 at rate of gmail.com. Its format from This is the format. We need a recipient's address, sender's address. After we have to write date, but in our when we use these devices, whether it is cell phone or we use laptop or computer, we need not write this from and date, because date automatically occurs there, and we have it is already in our own address is already in the device. So if my address is nonmujtaba@7gmail.com, it always occurs in my cell phone. I need not to write it again and again. It just we need fill this content to whom we are writing, and we need to write subject. It is necessary because it is the main purpose. What for what purpose we are writing mail? We are writing here for new textbooks. The person Zuhur has asked me to send books, but they were not available at the stock. Now they are available. I am going to write mail to Zuhur. So it should be precise. One thing to remember is we should write it in a box, not in open space. We should, first of all, we need to make a box, scare box. In it we have to write mails. Now how to write this? Same in the case we write in letters. Same is here. Dear Zuhur, we cannot write here dear sir, dear Zuhur, direct name, or hi Zuhur. It depends upon the familiarity of the person whom we are writing. Dear Zuhur, the books. He has ordered books now. They are available in the stock. The books you ordered last week are now in stock and awaiting collection. I attach a list. Here we need not write the names of the books. We can just write here, make here, as we have a file in our computer, in our laptop, or in mobile phone, just like book. Here, docs. So this file contains this attachment contains the list of books that he needed. I attach a list of course books currently in stock at the bookshop. At the end, we need not to write yours faithfully, etc., etc. We just have to assign our name here. I have assigned it here just like Mujtaba. And at what post I am there, I am manager of the bookshop, and phone number. We can write fax, telephone number, fax as well. Thanks. Have a nice day.